Study to be conducted on flood mitigation. And UGGAH urges expedition of flood mitigation projects and heavy rain forecast in central region of Sarawak. Those are the headlines for tonight. You're now with me, Shol Shamato, and this is TVS Nightline. A comprehensive flood prevention study will be conducted throughout Sarawak, including adopting Dutch methods and techniques in flood prevention in order to determine the best flood mitigation solution and improve the drainage system. Premier Sarawak Dr. Patigi Tan Sri Abang Johari Terbang said that the Ministry of Public Health, Housing and Local Government and other relevant technical departments have been tasked to conduct a thorough study statewide.
Kita membuat satu kajian secara menyeluruh untuk kita memperbaiki sistem drainage di kawasan-kawasan yang ada agak risiko bagi masukkan ke kawasan dan juga di kawasan-kawasan risiko Sarawak. Dia bertindakan dana yang besar. Sudah itu kita tidak dapat juga membantu kerja pusat.
Abang Johari said the inclusion of Dutch methods in the study is particularly interesting as the Netherlands is known for its advanced flood prevention strategies. Dutch methods such as building dams, dikes and flood-resistant buildings could be effective in Sarawak, given the state's susceptibility to floods.
Di Belanda, negeri yang di bawah level sea level. Kalau Belanda malah mesti ada sistem yang baru. Dan kita kalau sistem yang dapat kita guna pakai di Sarawak, jadi kita buatkannya secara bertingkat lah.
He told this to reporters during a visit to flood victims at a temporary flood relief center (PPS) at SJK Chonghua BATU KAWA on Thursday, March 2nd.
Meanwhile, Abang Johari said he is satisfied with the operation of the BATU KAWA Temporary Evacuation Center (PPS).
I'm very satisfied with saya terima kasihlah kepada SIDA, APM dan juga agensi yang lain yang berkoordinasi. Yang penting makanan cukup, cepat sidaknya selamat. Ya begitu.
At the same time, Abang Johari also reminded the public to stay vigilant with the continuous rain alert till March 15 issued. He also reminded that the preemptive action, such as contacting rescue agencies and community leaders, is an important safety measure.
The impact of flood includes loss of human life, damage to property, destruction of crops, loss of livestock, and deterioration of health conditions due to waterborne diseases. As such, the Deputy Premier of Sarawak, Dr. Ahmad Douglas Uga Ambas, hopes that the flood mitigation projects in flood-prone areas such as Deba, Batong can be expedited to minimize its impact on communities. Following that, the Batong Division recorded the highest number of flood victims in the state.
Memang dah ada projek tempatan banjir dirancang dan akan dibina. Cuma apabila kita melaksanakan tempoh hari, ada beberapa masalah. Tapi saya percaya masalah itu kita dapat selesai dengan cepat supaya benteng yang dibuat di Kampung Lalang, Kampung Bungi, Kampung Babu dapat kita siap dengan segera. Kita pun merasa simpati dengan masyarakat. Hujan sikit, banjir. Hujan sikit, banjir.
He said this when met by reporters after visiting the temporary relief center at Dewan Millennia in Debak on Thursday, March 2nd. As of 7 a.m. today, there were 213 victims from 51 families sheltering at the Dewan Millennia Relief Center, making Betong the division with the highest number of flood victims in the state. The center was opened at 9 p.m. yesterday for residents displaced by flash floods in Kampung Lalang, Kampung Bunge, and Kampung Babu. In total, Sarawak now has 361 flood victims from 95 families in relief centers.
And now on to the next update. A temporary flood relief centre was activated in Sarike as at 7 p.m. today, with 18 individuals from 6 families seeking shelter at Julau Sports Complex. According to the Sarawak Disaster Management Committee (SDMC), the victim that makes up the remaining 12 families with 25 individuals are displaced at Jonica Rayong Multipurpose Hall. As of 8 p.m., the reports indicated that the flood water trend are rising in the central region of Sarawak. Earlier today, 4 centres in BATU, Kuching, Serian and Debak were closed following improved of weather conditions. And continuous heavy rain is expected to hit several areas in the central region of Sarawak and West Malaysia until March 6. Met Malaysia, in a statement issued earlier today, indicated that the phenomenon was caused due to the monsoon surge, causing a torrential rain downpour. An alert level continuous rain warning is forecasted in several areas, namely Kuching, Serian, Samarahan, Sri Aman, Betong, Sarike, Sibu and Muka in Tanjung Manis, Darul and Matu. Met Malaysia also advised the public to stay vigilant and to get the latest verified updates on www.met.gov.my. Sarawak will be making history as a rising clean energy powerhouse, particularly with the construction of the first hydropower plant in Kalimantan and potential plans for 2 more in the future. Deputy Premier Sarawak, Dr. Sim Kui Hian, pointed out that the negotiations made with Brunei and Singapore for additional projects related to the sector also show the untapped potential revenue.
In a Facebook posting today, March 2nd, Dr. Sim said Sarawak is diversifying its energy portfolio, moving beyond oil and liquefied natural gas (LNG) to explore hydrogen and other forms of renewable energy. He said such a move will help to create a more sustainable energy future and reduce reliance on fossil fuels. At the same time, he further revealed that more than 70% of Sarawak's electricity is suspected to be renewable energy by year 2030. He also pointed out that recently Sarawak, through Sarawak Energy Berhad (SEB), has collaborated with a North Kalimantan company to develop Indonesia's largest hydroelectric power station.
The Sarawak United People's Party (SUPP) Senadin is targeting to bring in 1,000 members for the newbies youth wing this year. Senadin Assemblyman Dr. Sri Lee Kim Shin said the wing acts as a platform for youths with similar interests, all at the same time enhancing the age group. At present, there are a total of 178 members since its launch in 2022 by SUPP President Dr. Sim Kui Hian, in line with the implementation of Undi 18.
Because this age group, 18-28, of course, they have some of the common interests in the group. So we would like to bring in all these young people with common interests together and provide them a platform where they can come together and work out what are the common interests, and also a learning platform for them.
Adding to that, Lee said the Newbies Youth Wing provides various programs that aim to help develop the group, especially in the field of technology development, at the same time highlighting micro-entrepreneurs.
For example, they are interested in learning how to do apps, for example, or they want to specialize in some film or movie film making, or they're interested in learning to have a TikTok, or whatever it is their interest and learning, or some of them may be interested to know about this entrepreneur, become a micro entrepreneur, start entrepreneurship. So we all put all this group together, then we organize them and provide them with various programs that can help to develop them.
He said this during the launching ceremony of SUPP Senadin's Newbies in Miri on Wednesday.
A much-needed increase in allocation is crucial for the development of schools in Sarawak. This was said by Sarawak Minister of Education, Innovation and Talent Development, Dr. Roland Sagah-Wee.
Roland added that the much-needed additional allocation is necessary to provide a more conducive learning environment.
So this one is just too little. But like I said, we are grateful there is some allocation made for it. But we hope that for future budget, but this budget is not approved yet. Not yet approved, because they have not finished yet with the debate. But we hope that in the future they will give more allocations to that, because I think Sarawak deserves it. From what we contribute to the federal coffers, we should be given more allocation.
Thus, he hopes that the federal government, through the Ministry of Education, can resolve issues surrounding the building of several new schools in Sarawak. In regard to this, he pointed out that the funds received for the development of missionary schools in Sarawak should be used for technological or ICT devices used in teaching and learning activities.
From this amount, some of it are for ICT, and that is specifically given in the allocation. Now, I hope this ICT is not just for the staff and the teachers. I would like to see that this ICT provisions for ICT would be for the students, so that we can advance in this new world of digital technology.
Roland explained that since being introduced in 2021, the 15 million ringgit allocation has benefited more than 100 missionary schools in Sarawak for the upgrade of facilities and infrastructure. The allocation will be increased to 20 million ringgit this year. Roland said this today after a check handing over ceremony to missionary schools for the year 2022. The ceremony saw a total of 49 missionary schools receiving allocations totaling 5.9 million ringgit.
Coming up right after the break, Malaysia and the Philippines to explore further cooperation. And Dana conferred honorary doctorate by the University of the Philippines. Right here on TVS Nightline. Stay tuned. Welcome back to the Nightline. Malaysia and the Philippines have agreed to explore further cooperation in various sectors as both neighbouring countries seek ways to elevate their bilateral relationship to new heights. Prime Minister Dato Sri Anwar Ibrahim said the bilateral cooperation is multi-sectoral, covering trade and investment, education, health and agriculture, among others.
We also discussed areas for further collaboration. New and important sectors such as halal industry, food security, which you have placed so much importance and have actually taken impressive strides in this direction. Digital economy, and are among the key areas that I propose as potential cooperation. The President and I also agreed that both countries should intensify efforts to increase the volume of trade and investments.
Anwar also spoke of further deepening people-to-people ties between Malaysia and the Philippines and continuing cultural exchanges and tourism. The Prime Minister said this during a joint press briefing with Philippine President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. after a bilateral meeting at the Malacanang Palace today.
Meanwhile, Prime Minister Dato Sri Anwar Ibrahim has been conferred the degree of Doctor of Laws, honoris causa, by the University of the Philippines, UP, in a ceremony held at the university's Villamor Hall today. According to a statement by the university, Anwar was awarded the honorary doctorate for being a scholar and an internationally acclaimed expert on economics, democracy, freedom, governance, Islam and democracy, and the need for accountability. In his acceptance speech, Anwar stressed that bilateral relations must be preserved despite racial and cultural differences. He said the concept was explained by the great Malayan Dr. Jose Rizal in the Philippines a century hence, when the Republic was established despite being comprised of different islands, languages, cultures, and ethnicities. Sarawak, as a large region, requires a bigger allocation to help narrow the development gap with other states in Malaysia. According to Honorary Fellow at Institute Masa Depan Malaysia, Dr. Madeline Burma, this principle also aligns with the Madani concept promoted by Prime Minister Dato Sri Anwar Ibrahim.
Masih lagi sekitar 1.5% gitulah, 1.4% daripada jumlah peruntukan perbelanjaan negara. Jadi bagi saya ini angka yang sangat kecil jika kita ingin mengambil kira dua perkara besar. Itu salah satu aspek madani ini ialah kesaksamaan, equity. Jadi perlu ada usaha untuk merapatkan jurang antara yang maju dengan yang mundur, maknanya di sini perlu ada kesaksamaan.
She added that despite being one of the major contributors to Malaysia's gross domestic product, GDP, Sarawak still has a high poverty rate.
Kalau kita nak menoktahkan seperti apa yang disebut oleh Yang Berhormat Perdana Menteri, menoktahkan miskin tegar, maka sewajarnya negeri Sarawak mendapat peruntukan yang lebih. Sebab nak menoktahkan maknanya putting a full stop to hardcore poverty memerlukan peruntukan yang tinggi. Sebab kita tahu bahawa Sarawak adalah negeri yang tertinggi sekali dari segi jumlah miskin dalam daftar e-kasih di negara kita. Jadi kalau kita yang mempunyai jumlah orang yang paling ramai sekali yang didaftarkan sebagai dalam kategori e-kasih, maka sewajarnya negeri Sarawak ataupun wilayah Sarawak mendapat peruntukan yang tinggi untuk menyelesaikan masalah kemiskinan ini. Dan ini juga selari seperti apa yang dinyatakan oleh laporan Bank Dunia. Bank Dunia ada menyebut sekiranya Malaysia ingin mencapai status negara maju, ingin mencapai pertumbuhan ekonomi, maka salah satu faktor yang perlu diselesaikan ialah untuk merapatkan jurang antara negeri-negeri di Malaysia ini.
At the retabling of Budget 2023 last Friday, Sarawak received an allocation amounting to 5.6 billion ringgit.
And now on to our international affairs. Vietnam's National Assembly on Thursday, March 2, elected Vo Van Thuong as the country's new president in a reshuffle of the country's top leadership amidst a sweeping anti-graft campaign. Thuong, 52, was elected following the sudden dismissal in January of his predecessor, Nguyen Xuan Phuc, who was blamed by the party for violations and wrongdoing under his control. In his first speech to the parliament as new president, Thuong said he will continue to fight against corruption.
Tuyệt đối trung thành với Tổ quốc, với nhân dân, với hiến pháp nước Cộng hòa xã hội chủ nghĩa Việt Nam, nỗ lực phấn đấu hoàn thành tốt nhiệm vụ được Đảng, Nhà nước và nhân dân giao phó.
Thuong is the youngest member of the party's Politburo, the country's top decision-making body, but is considered a veteran of the party, having begun his political career at university in communist youth organizations. He is widely regarded as being close to the General Secretary Nguyen Phu Trong, Vietnam's most powerful figure and the main architect of the party's battle against corruption. TikTok said yesterday it would introduce automatic daily screen time limits of 1 hour for accounts belonging to under 18s as the social media platform faces criticism over its addictiveness among young users. Teenagers will have to enter a passcode to continue watching after 60 minutes, and those aged below 13 require a parent or guardian to set or enter a passcode to release an additional 30 minutes. The short-form video sharing app said the changes would be implemented in the coming weeks. TikTok added if a young person's access to TikTok is via a family pairing account, parents can set a maximum screen time for the child based on the day of the week. The Chinese social media site has faced criticism over the soaring amount of time children aged between 4 and 18 spend scrolling through videos suggested to them based on their tastes and algorithms. The White House has given U.S. federal agencies 30 days to remove TikTok from government-issued devices, while Canada has implemented a similar measure.
The U.S. House Foreign Affairs Committee voted on Wednesday along party lines to give President Joe Biden the power to ban Chinese-owned TikTok in what would be the most far-reaching U.S. restriction on any social media app. Lawmakers voted 24-16 to approve the measure to grant the administration new powers to ban the ByteDance-owned app, which is used by over 100 million Americans, as well as other apps considered security risks. Democrats opposed the bill, saying it was rushed and required due diligence through debate and consultation with experts. The bill does not precisely specify how the ban would work, but gives Biden power to ban any transactions with TikTok, which in turn could prevent anyone in the United States from accessing or downloading the app on their phones. The bill would also require Biden to impose a ban on any entity that may transfer sensitive personal data to an entity subject to the influence of China. TikTok has come under increasing fire in recent weeks over fears that user data could end up in the hands of the Chinese government, undermining Western security interests.
See the world closer with TVS as we bring in the latest news updates both locally and internationally. For more headlines anytime, anywhere, just head on to our official website at tvstv.my or follow us on our social media platforms. That's all the time we have for TVS Nightline. I'm Cheryl Shaminato. Thank you for watching.